In this video, I'm going to explain how you can sign your next 3 clients for your marketing agency guaranteed. Most people overcomplicate this. They think it's some crazy process, super difficult, but it's not. It's really easy. We do this every single day for ourselves, for our partners as well. So I'm going to walk you through the 3 things that you need to have in place to stand out, find clients, book meetings for them, and then close the sale so you can sign them and have them as high-paying clients for a very long time. So firstly, if you don't know who I am, my name's Ethan Welby. I'm the co-founder of Agency Growth Partner. We've been building out client acquisition systems for tens and tens and tens of 6, 7, and 8-figure marketing agencies. And the main goal of what we do is to sign clients predictably that stay on, that you love working with. And if you want more information on that, you can just check the link in the description. So the first thing that you need to do is collect case studies. Now, this doesn't have to be some crazy, complex, process where you have to get an editor and edit all this stuff. All you need to do is figure out who did you help and what outcome did you help them achieve. Well, we don't need you to talk about the logo that you made for them or the new website. No one actually cares. And all they want to know is what outcome did you generate for them. Your job is to figure out what the desired outcome is. So if you help the business with, let's say, lead generation or advertising, people don't really care about the logo that you made for them. People care about the outcome that you generated. So if you help them to generate, 100 more leads that resulted in 50,000 in new sales, this is the case study, right? So record who you helped, what niche are they in, and what outcome did you generate. Anything else is a distraction. So figure out what outcome did you generate, note that down, figure out what niche they're in, and we're going to use this in the future. So the reason that I say just collect the outcome is because what we're going to do is we're going to use this to reach out to other similar brands. So if we help the dentist generate an extra 50,000, all we're going to do is tell other dentists, crazy, that we generated an extra 50,000. And the only reason that they wouldn't sign up is because they don't believe that you can do it for them. All sales is you explaining that you can do what you say you're going to do. And the best way to show that is just by giving proof of a brand exactly like this. So an example is that if you broke your leg and you went to a doctor and he said he's going to fix it, and you ask him, so have you done this for anyone else? And he says no, you'd be like, cool, I'm going to find another doctor. Right? They have the problem, they want to get help, but they just want proof that they can do it. So all we need to do is find someone similar and give them the proof, and they will sign up. It sounds overly simplistic, but this is all we're doing at the end of the day. So that's the first step. Collect all your case studies from clients that you've helped in the past. The next step that you need to implement is to pick your ideal client. Now, all we're doing here, right, keep it simple, is looking through our list of case studies and figuring out who got the best results and who did we enjoy getting results for the most. And usually, these are the same person, right? If you enjoy getting results, they're going to be a great client and you're going to have a happy time. So we want to identify who got the best outcome, not who has the best logo, not who is the nicest on Slack, the person who got the best outcome. And the reason we do this is because we're going to have the easiest time selling and the easiest time delivering for someone who we've helped in the past, or someone who's similar to who we've helped in the past. So if we spent our whole life fixing sinks, right, that's your expertise. You are an absolute expert at fixing sinks. And someone asked you, hey, can you do some work for me? And they gave you the choice between fixing sinks and fixing a roof. It's like, which one would you pick? You would pick the sink because you're good at that one. So the same applies for this. If you've only helped e-commerce brands and you have the choice, which you do, to reach out to any sort of business that you want, why would you not just reach out to e-com brands? Why would you not just reach out to a person who's exactly like who we've helped in the past? So that's the only reason why we're doing this. It's just because it's going to be the easiest situation, firstly for the sell and second for the delivery. And that's what business really is. So once we've picked our ideal client, all we need to do is reach out to them and offer walking through what you did for the other similar business. So back to the example, if you helped a dentist to generate 50,000 revenue, all we're doing is reaching out to other dentists saying, we helped them generate 50,000. Would you like me to walk you through how we did that? That is it. And of course, if they want to grow their business, which I'd expect they would, then they will get onto the call. And all you need to do on that call is ask them questions about the current situation, figure out whether it makes sense for you to help them or not, and then at the end, walk through how you do it. And then they'll say, perfect, can you do this for me? You'd say yes, and you can send the invoice. That is sales, and that is marketing at a high level view, right? So I'll go into this a bit more in detail now, but that's just the high level understanding. That is all we're doing at the end of the day. So now we have our case studies, we have the outcomes of what we've done. We have our ideal client. We figured out of these case studies, who would have the highest likelihood of success. And because they have the highest likelihood of success, you'll also have the highest likelihood of making the sale because you've helped someone very similar in the past. Now, The next thing we need is a way to get attention, right? You could have the absolute best product, the absolute best case studies in the world, but if no one knows it exists, it's really pointless, right? If you had the cure to cancer, but no one knew, then do you really have it? Is it really even worth you having it in the first place? So the next step and the final step is to get attention, right? So like I was saying, we need to pick a way to get in front of the people we want to work with. So because we picked our ideal client, we figured out who it is. Now we can figure out, where do these people congregate? Where can we find these people? And in many cases, people can be reached if you're targeting businesses on LinkedIn, on email, Instagram, or wherever it might be. Whatever makes the most sense for your ideal client, figure out where they are, determine the platform, and then what we're going to do is compose a message that's going to get them onto the call with you so that you can convert them into a client. So again, I want you to keep this extremely simple. Most people are going to talk about, instantly and cold email and DMARC records and all this noise. But all we're doing at the end of the day is just offering to show someone what we've done in the past and offer it to them. That is all we're doing. So you pick your platform, whether that's email, whether that's LinkedIn, and you can follow this super simple framework in order to create your message. All we're doing is reaching out to them saying, hey, Nim, then we want to mention what we do. So, hey, Nim, we help dentists to add an extra 50,000 within 90 days using our performance-based advertising. Then you want to go into the case study. This is the proof. This is you explaining that you could actually do what you're talking about. Anyone can just make a message and say they're going to get an outcome. But if you can't back it up, then it's pointless. And the fact that you can back it up is going to be your point of differentiation. Now, all this means is it's going to be the thing that allows you to stand out from every other person offering a very similar thing to you. And again, we want to focus on the outcomes. Notice in the offer that I said, I didn't talk about setting up ads or setting up these Google campaigns. No one actually cares. I spoke about the outcome. I barely even mentioned what we do. But again, starting off, hey, Nim, we help dentists add an extra 50K within 90 days using our performance-based advertising. We recently helped dentist number one generate an extra whatever in whatever time frame, and he had an excellent experience. Would you be open to me walking you through how we could do the exact same for you? And that'll be the call to action. So again, the framework is greeting, offer, case study, call to action. So the case study is literally just you mentioning proof. Then the call to action will be, what the next step is. So either you could offer to walk them through how you did it, either you can offer more information. You just need to have something that initiates the next step. Now, what I like to do is keep the call to action as easy as possible to say yes. So what I do at the end of my emails, at the end of my outreach, is I say, would you be open to me sending some more information about how we can do the same for you? And obviously in many cases, because there's no commitment from their end, it's very easy for them to say yes. So they say yes. I send over what I call a mini pitch. It's pretty much just explaining what I do in, let's say, 3 sentences. And then I end it off with saying, perfect, I'd love to go into more detail. Would you be able to get onto a call where I can walk you through the entire system? And again, if you are following what I'm saying now, if you are focusing on the outcomes, not the service, focusing on the outcomes. If you are doing this and following every step, you will get bookings. And if you're not, it's because you're not following this to the highest degree. Either you're not talking about outcomes, either you're not, talking about something that they want in the first place, or you're reaching out to the wrong person, right? This works. It is guaranteed to work. So once you do get bookings, all you need to do beyond that is just make the sale. And I made tons of videos explaining how to actually convert them into clients. But again, you can keep it very simple. So all you want to do is ask them, what are their goals? Where do they want to get to? In many cases, it'll be, increasing revenue. So let's say they want to scale to 100,000. Then you ask them, where are they now? Usually, let's say they're at 50,000. So they want to go from 50,000 to 100,000 per month. And what's stopping them from getting there? They need more leads. They need more clients. Okay, so they want to go from 50,000 to 100,000. The only thing stopping them is getting more leads. And now what we're doing is positioning your service as a solution to bridging this gap. That is sales. That is everything. Don't overcomplicate it, right? So figure out where they are, where they want to be, what's stopping them from getting there, and then positioning yourself as the best solution. So after you've figured out all about this situation, it's just a matter of you explaining what you did for the other clients, how you get them leads, and how they convert these leads. And then you give a price and it'll become a client. Again, it sounds overly simplistic because it's simple, right? So as long as you do the actions, you will get the results. So that's all for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, highly recommend like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things. And if you want more information on what we do, now you can get this done on a done for you basis, you can just check the link in the description.